Oh, hello, everybody. We are live. This is the last live class of today. We have, this is Sit and Be Fit. For anybody who hasn't paid attention to any of the classes today, this morning we did have a disruption on one of our live classes, and that is something that is a problem with the company that makes it so that we can broadcast on channel 732. Their server is overloaded right now, so sometimes it just cuts out and freezes. So we contacted them. They say that they're working on it, and that hopefully that doesn't happen anymore with live. But if it does, it's not something that we have control over. Our Wi-Fi is good. Our YouTube connection is good. Everything is good. So just know that if it's something through them, we're working as hard as we can. We're constantly calling their customer service, but they have time. They're way overtaxed, just like everybody else. So thanks for coming. You can see Jan's farewell address multiple times this weekend if you want to see that. And then we have a full range of programming all weekend. So we have some of my classes that are recorded that'll be on. We have some YouTube programming. We have some meditations, some Tai Chi, all kinds of different options for you on the weekend. So pay attention to this channel tonight. We have the sports greatest games. Pay attention to this channel all weekend long for really good content. All right. So we're going to start right now with the neck rolls. So tonight's sports greatest games, we're going to do that every Friday at 6 o'clock. Tonight's game is series between the Royals, and go back the other way. Between the Royals and the Giants. Good. Let's turn side to side. So for those of you baseball fans who are missing some baseball, that's why I decided to put baseball as our first greatest games option. So next week we'll do football, basketball. If you have any requests, let me know up and down, and I can get one of those games put on there. Some of them will be classic games. Some of them will be more recent games. Good. Let's do our little lazy eights. Backwards. Other eights here. Backwards. Good. All right, a little bit of shoulder strokes here. So like I said, we're improving the content a lot. So Wednesdays at 6 is always going to be the cooking class. That's a kind of a home video thing I'm doing with my son. So I'll be making those for you guys each week. The first one was pretty good. All right. So now take your right arm, put a sticky behind your head, back, and then take your left ear to your left shoulder. So they're pretty funny. He's an 8-year-old kid, pretty cute. He's funny. So they're fun to watch. I know some people missed it. I will try to put it up for replay sometime during the weekend. I know I won't be able to kind of advertise it probably, but I'll put it up there when I can here. So just pay attention to the channel as much as you can. Switch sides, left arm behind your back, right ear to right shoulder. Good. Let's do right arm straight up. Good. And out. And now hinge, shoulder hinge here. So I'm also asking people for, if you have any good ideas, you can call my extension, leave me a message. Any good ideas on movies that I should review? I was saying that a movie that I think is really good that a lot of people haven't seen, The Fountain with Hugh Jackman. I think it's from 2000. So if you haven't watched that movie, you have the opportunity. It's a good one to rent or see. Drop out. So lots of good options out there. But I'll try and watch a couple this weekend and see if I can't review because there's just nothing we can do. Out and turn. We're not big TV watchers. Last night we made a fire and sat around the fire for a couple hours outside, so that was pretty fun. We have a fenced-in backyard, so we're not around anybody else. Just me and the family. Good. Relax that arm. Oh, it's gotta be hurting. Other arm. Push out. Good. And hinge. Also, if you missed the presentation that I gave today, we're now posting all those presentations under Palms TV. It says there's a folder, there's a file that says Collins presentations. Okay, so you can get on there and you can see all the presentations that I post weekly now. So if you missed them in person over the last couple of years and you missed them, chop out. And you missed them on the TV today. Every Friday we're going to have one at 10:30. You can go on and see it on MyW Live at any time on demand. So not only we're providing the live content, but we're providing that. So we are doing the best that we can so that you're not sitting up there by yourself. Good. And twist. Twisting out. Hope everybody else out there can do it a little better than me. This is where my real tightness is in here when I twist out. I also have pretty tight wrists and good. Relax. Check that out. Do the Conor McGregor walk. Okay. All right, let's do some wrist circles. All right, back the other way. Fists. Oh, no, let's do fingers. Get all your fingers working all around. Fingers, fingers, fingers. Fists, 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 fingers. Good. Take your hands, clasp them together, and now you're going to try and push them out. I can't even keep mine together. Do the best you can to keep those fingers together and stretch them out. Okay, good. Now flip the wrists, pull them back, flip them. Hands together, elbows up. Keep the palms together while you do this. You're stretching out the backs of those hands. Good. Now do the opposite way. It should feel good to stretch out the other way. Backs of the hands together, elbows down. Good. All right. Let's work on the feet here. Let's do circles with both feet. And then back the other way. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Now let's get, I'm going to tilt this down just for a second here. There we go. Let's come up on the toes and back down. 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 Good. Now let's try and bring your feet so that they're kind of looking at each other. I got a brace on one foot, so it's pretty hard to do, but Just so you can stretch out the sides of those ankles a little bit. Good work, good work, good work. Okay. Let's go ahead and tuck your feet under the chair and then extend them back out. So tuck under the chair and extend all the way out. Tuck under the chair, extend all the way out. Good work, good work. Back and forth, strong legs. Good, down. All right, let's do a few marches here. So alternating. Really trying to work the hips a little bit here. Good, all right. So now I want you to go ahead and take your right knee and drive it straight back and up and in and hold it there. Stretching out that hip. Okay, now cross the leg and just gently push it away. Oh, I wish I could get everybody an update on having weekend plans, but there's no plans. There's just being at home, staying inside, sheltering in home. Blessed that I have a home and that I have a job. Need to stay focused on that. Good. Bring that across and then turn and look over your right shoulder. Good. Now let's do our left here. So bring your left knee straight back to your shoulder area there. Good. Cross the leg over and gently push it away. Now bring it across the opposite shoulder and then look to your left. Good work. Go ahead and take that down. Good job. Good job. Good. So now I want you to take your right foot and cross it over your left foot, and we're going to turn and twist to our right and hold that stretch. Trying to look behind you. Great stretch. Cleans out the organs there. Left over right, turn and look to your left. Good. Come back to center. Good job. All right, plant those feet. We're going to take our right hand down towards the ground, left hand overhead, and stretch. Just hold that stretch. Good, and then over to the other side. Hold that stretch. Good, 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 good. Now let's take the legs out a little bit. Okay, and you're gonna put your arms down in there, and if you can put your hands together so you're stretching out the insides of the thighs now. Good, and you can even grab behind now, let your head fall. Come on up, good. Now, and keep the legs together, and we're gonna reach down towards our toes. Good, come on up. Good job. Now we're passing the red ball around. So we got the big red ball. Okay, we got it in our arms. We each got to take it as far back as we can, stretching out those arms. And hold that stretch here. I know we don't hold the ball this long, but let's hold the stretch. Work on our shoulder mobility. Good. And put that ball back down. Good job, good job. All right, so now we have the ball. We're going to bounce the ball. All right, We're going to count up to 49 by sevens. We're going to go from 7 to 49 by sevens. Okay, so we're going to work on your brain here a little bit, and I want your hands to move at the same time. Okay, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. Good. Now back down. 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7. All right. Good work, everybody. So that's the end of the class. I want to tell you one story before we end here. So Wednesday was April Fool's Day, and when I pulled up from the house, my son was acting like he was crying, and he had ketchup all over his fingers, and I didn't know it was ketchup. And he was like screaming and freaking out. And Chelsea came running out of the house and said he just slammed his finger off in the door, and his finger's over there. We just got back. It was supposedly just fell off on the car door. And I was like, "What? Let's get his finger. Let's go to the." And the whole time it was just an April Fool's joke. So it was a really good April Fool's joke. They really got me. It was right when I got home. I didn't realize, what was going on. Like, I just came up to him crying, screaming. So just want everybody to know that there's still April Fool's jokes going on out there. There's still families being silly. And if you want to watch anything that we have produced, my cooking show or my presentations or any of Jan's stuff, anything, you can get on MyW Life and have it on demand at any time. All right. So thanks, everybody. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Hopefully you tune into a lot of our programming that we're going to have for this weekend, and I will see you in the future.